Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of eXp Realty. MyNextHomeFinder.com.
For the latest on the greatest place to hang in town, with ocean views, delicious food, and good times. About, hey, darling, do you want to know what's going on? Listen up to Lee and Joe and get your giggle on. The world according to Waldos. The world according to Waldos. It's the world according to Waldos. It's the WORLD according to Waldos. Get yourself down there today. Hey!
We're here.
Yeah, we're back. Me from the dead and Lee from vacation.
Yeah. Which is damn near close to death.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's Connecticut, by the way.
It was nice. I mean, actually, the weather was perfect. It was like 74 and 60 and absolutely blue skies. Went up to my sister had never been to Newport.
Okay. So
that was her bucket list. So we drove up and spent an afternoon in Newport, and we had a blast.
Right, good.
But in the midst of it, I got bronchitis.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
No, and it's just never ending. So, 3 nights my sister and I had to share a room. Poor thing. She didn't sleep well. I didn't sleep well because every time you lay flat, you start coughing. And so, but I have to tell you, you know me, every time I travel, there's an adventure.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
How many cars broke down?
No cars. But this was fun. So I flew JetBlue, which I haven't been on JetBlue in years.
Yeah, me either.
I flew JetBlue in the Newark. The last time I flew in the Newark was the worst landing experience that I've ever had.
Wow.
When I went up in last December.
Right.
Like my friend Chaz, whose mother is a retired stewardess, has flown all her life. And by the time we got on the ground, she looked at me and went, I was so close to puking. And I'm like, okay, good, because so was I. This trip going up, first of all, I hate to bash a business, but hey, you know.
It is what it is, buddy.
It is what it is. It really was the dirtiest plane I have ever been on.
Ouch.
I think they pulled it out of the mothballs.
Right.
Because it was a small plane. There was 2 seats on either side, and that was it, you know, on the length of the plane. I dropped my tray stand down, my tray table, and there was crushed crackers in there. I'm like, okay. So, you know, they have the TV monitors.
Right.
So, as we're approaching Newark, I put it over where you can watch where the plane activity is. Yeah. So, we're coming in, 1,500 feet, 1,000 feet, 1,500 feet, 2,000 feet, 2,000.
You're going back up.
Going back up. He was going a little too fast. So we had to go back up, circle around, and do it a second time. I'm like, seriously, Newark? What the hell? Yeah. Get into the airport. Okay, we're fine. Meet up with my sister. So coming back, I decided, like, my flight was scheduled to not leave Newark until 8:30 at night. And my sister's was the same, but 3 days before we left to come home, her United flight got moved up 3 hours. Wow. Which means I would have had to sit in the airport for 8 hours. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this. Yeah. So I paid $75. I changed my flight to the earlier flight. So now my sister has to sit in the airport for 3 hours without me. Right. Because now I'm flying out early. So I get out, get on the plane. Everything looks good. I even checked the weather in Orlando. Okay, everything looks good. Well, we get to about Jacksonville. And the pilot comes on and he goes, there's thunderstorms in Orlando. They've shut down the airspace.
Right.
So we have to circle for a little bit.
In Jacksonville.
Well, we were actually off the coast. We were over the water.
Right.
The Atlantic, circling.
Yeah.
So we did about, and I'm watching it on the monitor, we did about 4 loop-de-loops. And then the pilot comes on. And he goes, well, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say this to you, but we underestimated our fuel usage.
That's a scary thought.
Yeah, I mean, like,
so we are diverting the flight to Daytona to put fuel in the plane. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? So we did. We landed in Daytona. They fueled up the plane. We sat there for an hour and a half waiting for the weather to clear in Orlando. And then he finally comes back on. He goes, okay, we're all clear to take off. And he said, we have like direct in, like we're not, we're going to be the first ones in.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, fine. Just get me off of this frickin' plane. So we finally get into Orlando. Well, of course, we were the first to land and about 20 planes behind us. So by the time we got to luggage, there were thousands of people. I mean, thousands. I was like, oh my God. And then to get to like where I had left my car, there had to be 50 people in line picking up their car. So I had to wait for the second bus to come around. Well, you get what you pay for.
Right.
So I found this deal. It was $4.50 a day to park my car.
That's cheap.
I'm like, so I mean, it was $57 for the entire week. I'm like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
So at 5:30 in the morning, I'm driving around looking
for this parking lot.
For this, I finally had to put it in my GPS. I mean, I had the address, and I finally had to put it in the GPS. It was the most sketchy thing I have ever done. I pull in, and I swear to God.
You've done some sketchy things.
Dude, I swear to God, it's a junkyard. Where they have taken some of the land off to the side.
And made a parking area out of it.
And made a parking area. So, not only did it look sketchy, but then you have to give them your car key.
Yeah.
Because then I don't know where they take your car to, and I don't even care to know.
Right.
But, so when I came back to pick up my car.
You see it in the car crusher. Slam!
Right.
So the van that takes us to the airport, I swear they pulled it out of the junkyard.
Probably.
Because it was going all the way to the airport. The one coming back from the airport was even worse. That one was like, wee. I was like, what am I, in a Suzuki? I'm telling you.
Even the car's got bronchitis.
Right. That's a good Disney movie, it sounds like.
Oh, my God. I'm telling you, I just can't go on vacation.
You always have something.
Yeah, the trip to Italy was the only one I could say went flawlessly. But this, I was like, seriously? But went to Newport.
Newport's gorgeous. Took
the ferry over from Bridgeport to Port Jeff.
Oh, okay. I've done that. Yeah.
And then we drove out to Montauk.
Oh, okay.
Because way back in the day, my dad...
With the Merchant Marine.
This was before. When he was a teenager, he was 15 years old. He worked the fishing boats out of Montauk.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
So not only did we go see the Montauk Lighthouse, because that was my dad's favorite, but we also ate lunch at the restaurant that was part of the hotel that had all these little basically fishing cabins, which is where my dad stayed.
Oh, cool.
So my sister had a letter on the stationery that my dad wrote to my grandmother. So we asked to see the manager, and we look, this was from 1941.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long drive out to Montauk.
Oh, yes, it is. I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, beautiful ride. And, you know, once you literally get outside of the Hamptons, it's just vineyards and empty land. I mean, it was actually.
I used to go drag racing out there.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say drag shows.
No,
that was Fire Island, Joe.
It still is.
No, I used to go drag on Sundays. We'd go out there because that was the only one that was open in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Right.
God, Long Island Expressway, the world's largest parking lot.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was driving the truck with the car on it. And you had the tires all, you know, on a rack up, and one of them fell over. We had to pull over. It was like Thanksgiving weekend. The only way I got back on that thing, I just took that big old Ford and just put it in front of everybody.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I mean, the lighthouse, and they're actually doing restoration. But I didn't know this. That lighthouse was commissioned by George Washington.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that either.
1792.
Wow.
And man, I got to tell you, I couldn't even imagine what it would be like out there in the wintertime.
Oh, it's not nice.
No.
Yeah, because
wind. Oh my God.
Well, you know, you're at the end of the island. You're where the Atlantic meets the
Long Island Sound.
The Long Island Sound.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one of the girls that I talked to, she goes, "Yeah, we Florida in the wintertime." I'm like, "I bet you do."
Yeah.
Because it'd be miserable out there.
Oh yeah.
You know, because you're getting like rain and
snow.
freezing rain and then snow. Yeah.
Yeah, because it all changes because of the temperature difference.
Yeah. So, but it was cool. It was a good trip.
I'm glad you had a good time.
It was fun.
What was the name of the place that you had the letterhead from? The hotel? Put you on the spot.
You did. It was...
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if I can...
I don't know if my sister sent me a letter. I don't think she did.
Because I know one of the iconic bars out there is Salivar's, but I don't know that would be that place that you'd go to.
No, this was, I want to say it was the Hampton.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay.
You know, because it is considered part of the Hamptons out there.
Yeah.
It's the Hampton that is under control of development. So, so no, it was a good trip.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready. Saturday will be our last business day.
Yes, it will.
Till October 5th. So we're closed Sunday the 25th, and we reopen, hopefully. Everybody cross their fingers.
Okay.
Yeah.
If everything goes well, including the tropics, we'll be open back up on October 5th. But yeah, so we're ready to go, and I'm ready for it. Get it over with.
Yeah, because Ocean Grove was closed while you were gone. And so was Riverside.
Yeah, they both closed the first 2 weeks. So, you know, that's why we do the latter part of the month.
Right.
Plus, the rooms over top of us are in maintenance week, so, you know, we can make as much noise
as we want.
Yeah, so it'll be fun. We'll get this done and get it over with. And
we're doing the kitchen floor behind the bar and the
kitchen floor behind the bar, the office, new grease trap, and then the resort is having to replace the north wall on our building. So, yeah, it'll be a good time.
Yeah,
fun. Can't wait.
We've done it before.
Yeah. But doing 3 major
that's a
projects simultaneously.
Yeah,
you just sit back and cross your fingers
and hope everything goes well. Yeah. Now, are they going to pitch the drains this time?
Yeah. Well, they did it the first time.
Yeah, but then
we've worn the concrete out.
Right. Oh, I know that.
I mean, literally, the concrete was in areas is down to the pebbles.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
And
that was. We did this floor 6 years ago.
Right.
That just shows you like how much walking we do, but it'll also the product that they used the last time was not the correct product. So it'll be better.
Yeah.
Our world will be way better. Anyways, what else is going on?
Not much.
Good thoughts and prayers going out to our friend Donna.
Yep.
Yeah.
She is back in the hospital, but doing okay.
Yeah.
So,
and our sympathies go out to Roxy's family, if there's anybody listening. We lost her like last week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Little Roxy.
Yep. And she was, and she had a lot of health issues.
Yeah, she did.
And as she would say, I had a good run.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
You know, our fireplace mantle is becoming a memorial.
Just see the one with the 3 girls.
Yes, that I really like that one.
I did too. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
The only one left is God. What's her name? Betty's gone. Dottie's gone. The one in the middle. She used to work there years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't. My brain's just locked up.
Yeah.
I know her. It's like I know her name like I know my own, and I can't think of it.
Connie.
Yep.
Connie.
Yep.
Connie. Yep. Connie managed the place for many years.
Yeah.
She actually gave me a bunch of old stuff, like, you know, that I have up on that shelf. That was all stuff that Connie gave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I guess she has Alzheimer's.
Yeah,
so.
she's in an assisted living facility.
Yeah. So, anyways, what's going on, Sin? Hey, you got anything?
No, I want to go on vacation. You're making me jealous. I want to be out on Montauk and Orient.
Do it.
Yeah, I know. What about the leaves? How was that?
It's too early.
Is it too early?
Yeah,
way too early.
Yeah, there was a little bit. The night air hasn't gotten cold enough.
Yeah,
okay.
right.
Okay.
Yeah. But my brother went up to the Adirondacks, and it was slowly starting up there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was a good trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
When checked, and all of the people that we buried in Sleepy Hollow are still there. Yeah.
The horse is still there, and the guy?
Yep, him too, and my dad, and my grandfather, and my great grandfather, and a great aunt. There's like 7 people buried there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like one of the coolest cemeteries.
It really is.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
It's
you
cool
know what's
to walk
another
around.
cool one is the one in Richmond. What is it called? Hollywood Cemetery is pretty cool, but more historic wise. But the Sleepy Hollow is totally cool.
It goes way back to Sleepy Hollow.
It does.
Yeah. So we will be here to do the show next week.
Yep.
And next week's show, I'll be able to give everybody by next Thursday. I should have a good idea as to
how late we're gonna be.
how the progression is going.
Yeah.
So we do ask you all to just hang in there with us. You know, when you have a little old historical property, every now and again it just needs a little TLC, and that's what we're doing.
Whole deck out in the breezeway building.
Yes. Yeah. And they're not quite done with that yet. I think they were finishing up tomorrow. And then they move on to us. Yep. Holler Construction for all your restoration needs, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Give David Holler a call. Yep. I'll even give his number. I'll give him a free plug.
Give
David Holler a holler.
All right, we're going to give you the Holler number.
Yeah.
If you need any home building, restoration, remodel, kitchen remodel, bathroom remodel, give David Holler a call at 772-589-4800. That's David Holler Construction. Holler at him. He does a great job.
Exactly.
All right, there you go, Mr. Holler. You got a free ad.
Yep.
All right, we'll see you all next week.
Bye-bye.
For the latest on the greatest place to hang in town, those reviews, delicious food, and good times. About, hey, darling, do you want to know what's going on? Listen up to Lee and Joe and get your giggle on. The world according to Waldos. The world according to Waldos. It's the world according to Waldos. It's the WRLD according to Waldos. Get yourself down there today.